Another win, come on, others. Get it on, come on.
So Stags fans, we're back for our fourth weekly update of the season. Mark, thanks for being back in with us. Just let's reflect on the few games that we've had here over the past few weeks. Unfortunately, we missed last week's update, had to go on holiday unfortunately, but we've got the Barking defeat and the Frenford defeat. Just to analyse and reflect through, and what have you brought into this game ahead of this game is 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 that's being filmed today. So, Mark, what do you sort of look for the team's response after those two defeats?
I'm looking for a big response, to be honest with you. We didn't really. I was short of players going into the Barking game, and you think sometimes you can. I don't know about get away with it, but you think you've kind of got that idea in your head that I can drop 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 at right back. He's played a couple of times there for Concord before. Left back wise, 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 obviously can play anyway across the back four, so I've stuck him in at left back. Centre halves, I had Янnis and Ethan. So I was quite happy with the back four. Obviously Christian's very experienced in goal. Josh coming back in with Ollie. And then up front, I think we had 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 playing, and from a point of view, it was a fairly good setup. We first 2 minutes in the game, we were in it. Then we switched off. And the reason we switched off was they played two very quick wingers, Barking. 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗏, who I did try and get back, but obviously I think obviously went to Basildon because he had some friends there. Not a money point of view. Then I did speak to him, but Barking have got a very big, I'm not making excuses why they won the game, but Barking have got a big budget and I couldn't compete with that wages-wise. And the thing when you play against 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗏 and the other boy, Mills, who used to be a striker at Tilbury, is they're quick. And what you don't want to do with quick players is let them have the ball, and we let them have the ball. So 20 minutes gone, playing okay, created a couple. Yusuf had a lot of joy down the left-hand side, but the ball coming in the box was poor. So we didn't really take any advantage of that, and I felt we could have done a lot more. Then I'm not quite sure. That's it. It came from a goal kick. We didn't switch on. I do think the three. I think 4-2-3-1 we played that day. The three have got to switch on very quickly, because the two wide of the three have got to be aware where the fullbacks are. Their ball goes down the left. Obviously, the left-sided player just comes inside and watches the right fullback. But the left fullback got away. Whoever was playing on the right, I think it was Bill, hadn't picked him up. And if he hadn't picked him up and one of the centre mids come out, then obviously he replaces. And this is what I'm saying to them. When you drop back into a 4-2-3-1, it's kind of a 4-5-1 out possession. We're not dropping into it, we're being lazy. So the first goal, as I said, the ball went wide. Then he came out, totally missed the ball. Three flicked it on. We've let 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗏𝗏 run 20-30 yards, which he did all afternoon. And put a ball in. Two centre halves, I think it was Ethan left. Charlie Morris, who makes runs from deep. Ollie's had to pick him up. He swung a foot at Morris and it's come off Ollie and OG. So you've got to look at sometimes, not so much the end result, is where the ball's come from. Could we have cut out the first pass? Could we have cut out the second pass? Could we have cut out the cross? We didn't do either. So that was our warning. We then got back into the game, played some really good stuff, and we wasted so many chances, like I say. Yusuf's trying to put the ball in, his delivery was poor, apart from one ball into Archie. A little chat, Archie could have taken a touch, taken a shot, and he just scooped it over the bar. Another 2 or 3 times we got in that position. And then going into injury time, second half, again, I think Ollie gave the ball away on the halfway line. Still a lot to do. Ball's played out to 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗏𝗏. Didn't shut him down. Right? He gave instructions for the game to play tight to him, don't let him have the ball. We've let him run 30 yards, play a crossfield pass. Archie's kind of had his position a bit wrong, looked at Christian in goal as if he was going to come. But by switching off for that minute, Mills picks up the ball, one touch side, bang, and you're 2-0 down at half time. We're really going in at 1-0. We played some good stuff. Probably played the better football, but very quick on the break, Barking. Second half, we switched off straight away. Ethan missed the header, gave away the corner. I've been trying to say to the boys, as much as you're a footballing side, you want to play the ball out. Just you've got to stick it as high as you can. If you do that, you're getting yourself a chance to reset. If you don't do that, it's just come straight back. Ball came straight back. He hit it flat against the player, came back. Янnis didn't pick up where his player was. 3-0. It was them 4. Now this is the worst goal for me. If you're going to push on as a fullback or a midfielder or something like that, and you know you've got a player picking up and the winger's cheated, Mills is cheated, stay up. Alfie's come 30, 40 yards up. Christian's gone too early until we're set. We've lost the header, which we didn't win all game because the two centre-half, Jeans and Thompson, were very good in the air. We've not picked up. Ollie's tried to close down the second ball. The ball's come out to Sam Edwards. Now Mills is now in 50, 60 yards of space. Alfie's gone to go, stopped, thought about it. Then he thought, I'll come back. Yannis didn't have a lot of time to come out. He's run through a goal, race for and scored. He nearly did it again a minute later. Like I say, even though I've mentioned individuals today, it's a collective thing that it's a poor performance defending the ball and not creating where we're in good positions. You know, we've taken on attacking players this year, but unless we get the ball to them quick or actually give them a chance to score, but that's been our down thing in the final third. Again against Frenford, we the first half hour we didn't keep the ball as well as we could. As much as Ollie and Josh had a lot of ball, their right side was very good. Their right back thing, they had a low block. Then they had a lot of set pieces. We're not picking up on set pieces. We two passive players. I played right back and centre half. You've got to be strong, aggressive. We weren't, and we're letting the four. Peddy, who's 40 odd years old, good player. He's had about 4 free headers. Anyway, last 15 minutes of the game, we picked the ball up. We played well. Callum got in a good position. Josh was getting a lot of ball, and we had 2 or 3 chances. And Tony Mark was unlucky not have a penalty, but he didn't give it. So we had some good chances. Come out second half, and the possession we had was fantastic. We probably had 75% possession, but Frenford sat in a very low block. Our front 3, 4 just kind of pushed onto their players. And you notice when we played more than Tiptree, you as much as it's a different quality of class, when you're playing up front, you want to try and drag out the centre halves or one of the four to create the space in behind. A, we weren't doing that, and B, we haven't, because we've lost the pace of Tyrese and we haven't got a lot of pace at the moment, we've lost that kind of running in behind, of which we worked on Thursday. So it'd be interesting to see today if we've responded to that and we can make runs in behind. We do lack a bit of pace up front. We are short at centre half still. But today's a little bit of a respite, a little bit of a game to really kind of work on those things, work hard out of possession, and see how people affect the game, because I don't think people are affecting the game. It's okay being a good player, but if you don't play with intelligence and use that, you're not going to get anywhere. And at the end of the Frenford game, we've given the ball away, brought a free kick in, passively 2 players are standing on the edge of the box, 1 kind of half jumps. Again, like I say about the set pieces, played across. Ethan stepped out when he shouldn't have to. The guy's turned on it, he's hit in the corner. And, there's no just thing in football that you deserve anything. But for our possession means nothing. You can see it at any level. You can have 80% possession and still lose the game. And that was that game. Like I say, second half, 75, 80%, and we've lost the game. And you have to, it's as much as the players' fault as me, Ted, and Tyler's fault that we're not, that we have to look at the way we set people up. We have to look at how we're playing. We have to look at the players themselves, their attitude and the work they're putting in. And if all that comes together and it's still not working, we've then got to look at the team and look at who we can bring in.
So just ahead of today's game against Frenford and Barking, obviously it's sort of a tournament where we're sort of looking to progress, I'm guessing. The league is our main focus this season, but after that 2 years ago was a magical night at Colchester and against Canvey Islands. And we did put a good performance against Canvey Island last year. Can we go on a possible cup run this season and start it off against Harry today?
Last year, it was all about a top 10 finish. This year, there's a lot more to that, so our focus still has to be on the league. Would I like to win today? I'd love to win today. I'd love to get a bit of confidence result behind the boys. We've had a real tough thing with the draws, Malden away, Basden away today. We'd like to get a home draw. Get the crowd down Marek Park, and it helps on that. So, would it be nice to win today? Yeah, it'd be nice to win and to get a home draw and get a crowd.
Yeah,
that's the main aim. So, but today I don't look at it as getting a run going. I look at this as we put ourselves in a position for getting the Malden game. We've had 4 league games, 1-1 draw, 1 lost 2, and that's not good enough for Buckhurst Hill. That's not good enough. If you want to get in the playoffs, you look at the Woodfords, look at the Wakerins. Wakerins have had to dig results out. They weren't like they've scored winners in the 90th minute, stuff like that. We've got to get that in our game. And I just think they're very, we have to get this organisation. It's all right bringing players in that have got a good reputation, but it has to gel and it has to fit like that. So yeah, I'd love to. I'm not going to look at cup runs or things like that. For me today, it's about a good performance, getting a result, and taking that into the next 2 or 3 games.
So just looking at the squad today, obviously no Josh Banfield, no 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥 are unavailable, no Christian North as well, obviously on loan from Averley. So it gives a few players, 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧, Archie Hammond, Andrew in goal, to sort of show themselves and show if they can sort of compete for that starting spot alongside Ollie in midfield?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Demi's come from a good pedigree. He's played, I think he started at Woodford, I'm not sure, he's been at Concord. He's got a lot of ability, Demi. I just think he's got to impose himself on games a lot more. He does disappear in games, he's not aggressive enough. Archie's got to change his game a little bit. Very good when he's on the ball and it's a different type of game in Essex Senior League. You've got to do a lot more off the ball. And I just think he's just got to show a little bit more. He's got the qualities to do it. Andrew has come in. He's dual reg with Dunmo now to give him a bit more time. He's got a lot of potential. I like, he's quite vocal. He come out for the ball as well, and he's a good addition. Obviously, with a backup to Christian we can't use because Aveley won him for the Essex Cup. Callum's got a few knocks, so we've given him the dub today. And Josh has got a nice trial, which he's got some amateur England trial today, which is listed. It's fair enough. If it was a league game, he said, look, it'd be a bit different. So, and he gives a chance. 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 in today. Always felt with 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥 he's better as an impact player, but he's got a chance to start today. Shows what he's got. And like I say, Demi's come in, and we've just got to, see how that works and go from there. We've got a good bench as well, which is something we've lacked this season. Yeah. I felt this season our bench hasn't really had the quality on it. One big thing for me today, if 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗓𝗏 does come on and injury-free, he's an absolute quality addition to this squad. Definitely. Played for Buckhurst Hill for years, went off and played for Redbridge, and it's great to have him back.
Yeah, so just final look on that. Obviously, Liam Foster returns today.
He does,
Donan, as you've mentioned, on the bench. So a few of the OGs returning from the 𝗕𝗨𝗏 squad. But Mark, thank you for your time as always. Wish you best of luck today, and we'll see you next week as always.
Cheers, Harry.
Thank you.
Cheers.